Hi guys, I'm Katrina here with RoofSnap.
And I'm Chelsea.
And today we're going to show you how to draw the lines of the roof in order to get your measurements. So I'm here in my project list, and I can hop into my project by either clicking on the image or I can hop straight into the sketch scene here using my navigation bar on the top of the image there. I'm going to click on the image just to show you the other options here available to you, but the place you want to be in order to trace out the lines of the roof and start getting those measurements is here in the sketch screen. So I'm going to open that up, click on that orange tab there. And to start off, I want to be in draw mode. So up on my top navigation bar here, I'm going to select draw, and that's going to populate my cursor for me. We've got this drawing feature called 90 mode. And 90 mode, as you can see, is on for us here. So I'm going to zoom in by scrolling in on my mouse, and I can also click and drag this image around in order to kind of pan and zoom at any point as I'm drawing this out. So to start a line, it is on using a mouse here or on a trackpad on your desktop or laptop. You want to right click. So left click. Left click to start a point. And let's say I want to draw up this hip. I want to draw up to the ridge here and left click to end that point. Now this line is going to stay attached to me. If I need to drop that at any point, I'm going to right click. If I want to continue on and draw, I can always reach my cursor right back here. See, it gets a little bit larger, connecting that point to another point. In RoofSnap, you can draw the lines of the roof, trace these out in any order you see fit. So you don't have to use any sort of rhyme or reason here. The main thing you want to remember is just be sure to connect points to points. You wouldn't want to connect a point to a line. It's not actually going to close a facet. And bringing up another point, if you draw a line as I did here, there are a couple of useful tools to help you get rid of it. So there's an undo and a redo button up here on the top, so I can undo that line, redo that line here on the navigation bar. I can also go into edges. If there's a line I drew a little bit ago and I'm not real happy with it, or I don't want to erase half my drawing and just to delete a line, hop into the edges mode and select this delete edge and select the edge that you want to delete at that point. I'm going to go back to my draw tool here. We'll redraw that line. Maybe I'll come down the valley here. And the nice thing about 90 mode is it kind of finds those corresponding points. So I know this valley line ends at the eave where the hip and the eave meets up at the front of the roof here. So 90 mode finds that for me, and I don't really have to guess on where that line ends. One of the other main things you want to look for, and when you first start out in RoofSnap, right click to drop that line there, make sure that periodically you're just hopping into facets, and make sure you're closing your facets as you're drawing. So you'll see the blue highlighted shading and these 0 values let you know that you've closed in those facets. It allows you to input pitch and different pitch values if needed in those facets. And that blue shading lets you know that the app is calculating that surface area. All right, I'm going to click and drag my roof a little bit closer to center and continue on and trace out the lines of the roof here. So again, no real rhyme or reason to how you have to draw a roof. As long as you're closing in those facets, you can draw these lines in any way that you see fit. If you need to go in and adjust a line, I'm not real happy with the valley I just drew. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. And Chelsea, how do I adjust a line here in RoofSnap?
I believe you put the cursor on the point and right click and then drag that point over to where you want it.
Nice.
And then left click to drop it.
All right, wonderful. That is very helpful. And the nice thing is 90 mode is on that whole time. So I don't have to worry about getting my eave nice and straight. It's going to be straight for me thanks to that feature.
That's super nice.
Very convenient. Makes the sketching process just kind of intuitive and nice and quick for you so you can get these measurements in a timely fashion. If I don't want to pan and zoom all around and kind of want to just get back to see the whole roof, something else that's pretty useful up here on the top navigation bar is this recenter the screen and go to the default zoom level. So I can click that button and it brings me right back up. I can see where I left off and finish out this roof. I'm going to right click to drop my line there. I'm going to tap on facets one more time, make sure I've closed in all these facets and I have a place to input my pitch in every individual facet, and I look good to go there. Chelsea, anything that I forgot to mention or need to touch on here?
I think you got it.
All right,
Yeah.
So we've traced out the lines of this roof. Now your measurements will not be accurate until you input pitch and label up your lines. So there's a couple more steps until we're ready to print off or produce our measurement report as a PDF. So stick around. We'll show you how to input your pitch and how to label your lines and generate that measurement report in the next video. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you soon.